Hey guys, my name is Caesar and today we're gonna learn literal equations. So literal equations are equations that have more than one variable. In this certain equation, we are looking for the value of m. Just like any equation, we have to get rid of the rest of the equation in order to get the variable by itself. In this specific case, we will be working with the 4n, which is also known as the coefficient. As indicated on the screen, we must always do the opposite of what is given. In this certain case, we were given subtraction, so therefore we must do addition. So in order for us to get rid of 4n, we must add it in both sides. In this way, we get rid of 4n, and thus we have a new equation and a final solution. M is by itself, so now this is our final answer. In this second equation, we are looking for the value of x. So besides xy, we have -5, which is the number we need to get rid of. So in order for us to do that, we need to add it on both sides, as it is the opposite of subtraction. This way we got a new equation and we got rid of -5. As you can see now, x and y are together, which means we need to do the exact opposite of what is given. In this case, we were given multiplication, so therefore we must do division. We know this is multiplication because we have x and y together, and it's basically saying x times y. So since we're looking for the value of x, we must get rid of y, so we must divide it in both sides, and this is how we get a new equation. Since there is no other values by x, this is our final answer. So now in this third example, we are looking for the value of f. We have f plus 6 over g. So in order for us to facilitate everything, we must get rid of g. And in order for us to do that, we must multiply g in both sides, as this is the opposite of division. So now we've got rid of g. And now we have f plus 6 equals 6g. Now we see that we have 6 besides f. So we need to get rid of that number. So since we're adding, we need to subtract 6 in both sides. So now we've got rid of positive 6. And now we have f equals 6g minus 6, which is our final solution since there is no other value besides f. So in this example, we will be using only letters. And as you can see, we are looking for the value of r. At this point, try to blur out the r in the middle, and suppose you only have nt, and simply disregard the r. Since we are looking for r's value, we must get rid of the values that it is surrounded by. In this case, is nt. In this case, we are multiplying n times r times t. So therefore, we must divide nt on both sides. That way, we get rid of nt and only have to deal with the r. So now we rewrote the equation and we switched the variable r to the left in order to make our job easier. So in this following example, we have y equals 3x plus 3b. We are looking for the value of b. We have a 3 by each variable, and you could easily just divide 3b. You could divide 3 on both sides, but this wouldn't work as this is not the way you're supposed to do literal equations. So we rewrote the equation with the y variable at the end because somehow this makes it a little bit easier. So in this equation we are adding, so therefore we must subtract. We should always subtract, add, multiply or divide the number that is besides, above, or below the variable given. Nonetheless, if you were only given one variable and one number such as 6v equals 12, you would only have to deal with that number. So we'll subtract 3x on both sides in order to get rid of it, and then we're gonna rewrite what's left. So we end up having 3b equals y minus 3x. So once completed, we realize that b isn't yet by itself. It's got a 3 by its side. So we need to get rid of this 3. And the only way we can do this is by dividing it on both sides. And we're using division because we are multiplying 3 times b, and since we need to do the opposite, we will divide it. Now we got rid of the 3, but we notice that we have a 3 in the fraction. And we realize that they are both like terms, meaning 3 and 3 can both be divided by each other. But is there any way we could divide y by 3? No, so this fraction will remain the same. However, since negative 3 and positive 3 are both like terms, this will become a negative 1x. We are using x because this was one of the previous variables used in 3.